What's up, everybody? So let's talk about Candice Owens. She went on her podcast yesterday and talked about Sonya Massey. And we all know that Sonya was unalived by a demon police officer. Her unaliving was unwarranted and unnecessary. This demon police officer definitely unalived her on purpose. Yet, Candice says that this incident wasn't racially motivated and that mistakes happened. And also on this podcast, she slams Joe Biden as well. And we all know that Candice is not favored by a lot of people. And I definitely understand why. And honestly, I agree with some of the things that Candice says, not all. And I definitely do not agree with what she said about this Sonya Massey situation. Okay, this was not a mistake on this demon officer's part. It was not a mistake. He blatantly unalived Sonya Massey. When Sonya Massey told him, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," that upset those demons in him. He had demons in him. And when she said that, they got so upset. And that caused him to want to pop her. Because Sonya was not going to throw any type of hot boiling water on this man, period. He was nowhere near her when she went to go get that hot boiling water off of the stove. And besides, if he felt threatened in any type of way, this man is 6'5", almost 300 and something odd pounds probably. You don't think he could have handled this little 5'1", 110-pound woman? Yeah, okay. And let's give a background about this demon officer. So he was in the Army for 2 years. He worked as a mechanic, but he was discharged back in 2016 for a serious offense of misconduct. And from my understanding, it was DUI. That's the reason why he was discharged from the Army. And let's mention his work history. So it includes short stints as a part-time officer at 3 small police departments and a full-time job at a 4th department. He was also employed full-time at 2 sheriff's offices, all in central Illinois. That going back and forth at all those police departments says a lot, in my opinion. Like, what was going on there, the reason why you had to go from 3 small police departments, then a 4th department, then you were in 2 sheriff's departments. What is up with that? Okay. And looking at the footage from the body cam, when all of the other officers were outside, they literally were quiet as church mice. Okay. Quiet. Because it felt like they suspected something, okay? Like they were not on his side. That's just what it seemed like to me, okay? They knew that something was going on. They knew that this man probably had did something. That's what I got out of that, because they were just quiet. They were just standing around, okay? It just felt cold out there. Like they just didn't want to be involved with that. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this video that I saw of Candice on her podcast. So let's take a look.
Of course, as I have said since the beginning of time, there are mistakes that police officers are human beings. There are mistakes that happen, and the idea that now you're going to use this situation and all the usual suspects are already involved, we know that Attorney Crump is already involved, to then try to make Black Americans believe that this happened simply because she was Black is pointedly ridiculous. So I am saying to Black Americans today, do not take this bait. Yes, what happened in this situation, I think he's going to have a very hard time, this officer, saying that he absolutely felt so threatened by boiling water that the only solution was for him to mindfully say, "I'm going to shoot you in the face," and that's what he did. I think that's going to be a very steep hill to climb. But the reaction from Black America cannot be exactly what they want. There is a reason that whoever is in control of Joe Biden's account instantly tweeted about this, okay? It's because they think we're stupid. They think we're emotional. They think that we always respond illogically and emotionally, and that it's an easy way for them to shore up votes by saying, oh, look, forget that we've destroyed everything around you and that we got you to burn down your neighborhoods, burn down your neighborhoods in 2020, and then obviously stole a bunch of money because none of that money actually went to making your neighborhoods better. And so now those communities are desolate. Forget all of that, because look, another video, and this means racism is back, and vote for us because we're going to show you how emotional we are. That's exactly what Joe Biden did. He tweeted this on the heels. He wrote, Sonya, Massey, a beloved mother, friend, daughter, and young Black woman, should be alive today. Sonya's death at the hands of a police officer reminds us that all too often Black Americans face fears for their safety in ways many of the rest of us do not. Sonya's family deserves justice. I am heartbroken for her children and family as they face this unthinkable and senseless loss. Jill and I mourn with the rest of the country, and our prayers are with Sonya's families, loved ones, and community during this devastating time. Okay, again, going to say here, this happened in Springfield, Illinois, that the only reason whoever is in control of his account is putting that out there is because too many Black Americans are turning toward Trump. They think too many Black Americans are catching on to the Democrat scam, and so they scan every one of these situations and they leave out the hard facts. And the hard facts are that if you examine this just based on a percentage rate, white Americans unarmed are more likely to be shot and killed by police officers in mistakes, shot and killed by police officers in these correspondences than Black Americans. That is a fact. It is an inescapable fact. There's no way to examine the statistics and not come out with that understanding, okay? And they don't want you to know that. There's never been a time ever on his timeline where he has shared anything about a white person being killed unarmed by a police officer because it doesn't feed their narrative. So stand up to this, okay? And all you have to do is be mentally forthright. Do not fall for the scam. Do not run out of your house. Do not burn down your neighborhood in Springfield, Massachusetts. Instead, demand that Joe Biden make an appearance and let us know who has been in control of the White House all of this time. Because that is what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be a red herring.
Okay, so y'all saw that video. And Candice, you know damn well that was not a mistake on that demon officer's part. That man shot that lady on purpose. She was not a threat whatsoever. He was not near her whatsoever. That lady was not going to throw any hot water on that man. He was upset because she rebuked him in the name of Jesus because she felt those demons inside of him. That was not a mistake at all. And truth be told, regardless of that statistic that you quoted, which I did look that up, and yes, it was more white people, but there also was other and unknown in that category. So we don't know. It could be more Black people too as well. Hey, listen, I'm just saying. It could be some Black people thrown up in the unknown and the other category as well. Right. And let's go back to some of these instances where these white people have popped several different people and unalived several different people, and yet they were not unalived by any cop. As a matter of fact, the cop was gentle with these people. Okay. So those white people were threats, but they were not unalive. But yet you're saying that this woman who was not a threat to this officer, that her unaliving may have been a mistake. You're right, Candice. You're right. Tell that BS to somebody who is low. Okay. You can't get that past me or people that actually are logical thinkers. Okay. And another thing, she threw Joe Biden in the mix. But Joe Biden was not there. Joe Biden didn't tell this man to pop this lady and unalive her. You want to mention him acknowledging that Black Americans get popped by cops, but not the fact that these white Americans get popped by cops. I mean, listen, most of these Black people who get popped by cops got popped for no apparent reason at all. I mean, no apparent reason. And yes, a lot of these poppings were racially motivated. Okay? So let's not sit up here and say that it wasn't, because it was. It was. And y'all, I don't have much more to say on Candice's delusional thinking. But what do y'all think about Candice saying that the incident with Sonya Massey was a mistake on the officer's part? And what y'all think about her slamming Joe Biden for speaking out about this incident and speaking out about the fact that a lot of blacks are popped by cops? Y'all know what y'all gotta do. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Share this video, like this video, and y'all know what y'all gotta do. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.